Story I was alluding to earlier. Feminist snow plowing system brings Stockholm to a standstill. This is classic. I mean, this is exactly who these people are. A feminist strategy for clearing the roads of snow in Stockholm, Sweden, ended in failure as the city ground to a halt in recent days. Now, you might be saying to yourself, what is a feminist strategy for clearing the roads of snow in Stockholm? What in the world is that? And I must confess, I had no idea what it was till I read the story. What in the name of Sam Hill is a feminist snowplow system? And who comes up with this stuff? Well, somebody came up with it and then had the ability to enact it in the city of Stockholm. Feminists in Sweden decided that the long-practiced snowplowing routes, the ones that had existed for a long time, were sexist. Snowplowing routes were sexist because they said the snowplowing routes favored men who drove to work over women who walked in their neighborhoods while taking children to school, and bikers. Women ride more than men, apparently, in Sweden. So the feminists of Sweden embarked on a less sexist way to plow snow. Instead of clearing the main roads so that the men could get to their jobs, they first cleaned sidewalks and bike paths. I'm not making this up. This was considered fairness. This, in fact, not only fairness, it was considered getting even because these people were running around feeling offended and discriminated against because of snowplow routes. In a sexist way. They were looking at this. It's not fair to the women how they're plowing the streets. So then the perfect storm hits after they succeed in rewriting the snowplow routes. A once-in-111-year snowstorm hit in November, right as the new gender plowing plan went into effect. And the results were that the city of Stockholm was paralyzed for a week. And everybody in Stockholm was pointing fingers of blame at everybody else. This new system, suggested by progressive politicians in Stockholm, tore up, tried, and tested snow. There was nothing wrong with the snowplow routes. The snow was getting plowed. Commerce was occurring. Traffic was enabled. People were getting where they needed to go. But the feminazis in Sweden said it's sexist because not as many women drive as men do, and the roads were being plowed first. And they made it so that the streets were second or third after sidewalks and bike paths. And so the city ended up being paralyzed. Public transportation failed. Traffic piled up, and injuries requiring a hospital visit reportedly spiked. This is the kind of stuff that's been happening in this country in healthcare. This is the kind of stuff that's been happening all through our culture and society. This is just, it's nonsensical. It's hilarious, but the problem is it actually, when enacted, causes great problems.